of the JK Market Academy, and I'm very happy to have you here once again. Without much, I think later on we will be inviting a friend who joined last year to also study, and that friend is a gentleman, of course, and then he will be talking about how he has benefited from here, from this, and this group for women is the first group we have. So because we are far behind time, 5 minutes after 4, and we promise to be on time, so I'll invite the chairman of the program or the whole brain behind it. So JK Market himself, JK Academy himself, JK Innovation himself. Please let us welcome Justice Kofi Amagashi so that he will take us through. JK, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Franklin, for all your input, and welcome everyone here today. I hope you can hear me very clearly.
Yes, I can hear you, and I'm pretty sure everyone can hear you as well.
Okay, I'm very excited to be here today to take you through how money flows, for us to understand what is money, how did we come to this stage that we are all chasing this money. Is money the paper you are holding in your hands, or it's a figure? Because you visit the bank and you only check figures and go home. The moment you see some figures assigned to your name, you think in your mind that you have money. So we want to understand what gives value to that. What make 10 cedis 10 cedis, and what make 10 pound 10 pounds. That when you change 10 pound, you are going to be having about 150 cedis. Why is that? We want to understand. And when you understand, you realize that it's not your fault that you are poor. It can be because of the country in which you are. So thank you for being here. You've taken the bold step and you are here. So I'll start quickly. This section will be recorded, as Franklin said, so that you can go back, watch, and understand what you are going to be doing. I'm not going to leave you on the way, as he said. We are going to continue this until one of you become a Forex trader. So the aim is that I want one person, one lady, one woman to become a Forex trader. And I can promise you that if you are successful in trading, no amount of job can offer you the money that you'll be making here. I was a dietitian, and I'm still practicing dietetics. And during my time, I'm paid around 3,500 a month. When you divide that, which I've not tried doing, I can do it today. When you divide that by every day, how much I'm paid every day, I work 20 days, so 3,500 divided by 20 days, I'm earning 175 cedis every day. So when I wake up, bath, take car, come to work, eat, see patients, all I earn is 170 cedis. When I divide that by 12 cedis, which is dollar, it means that I'm earning $14.5 every day. Yes, every day I only earn $14.5. And I can promise that you can make $14.5 very easily in trading at a low pace. So I want us to quickly go into this thing and understand how this thing works. I have a small slide that will give us an overview of the Forex trading, and then to give you an understanding that Forex is not scam as people think. It's not gambling as well. It's not betting. You need to actually understand it for you to be successful in it. So I'm going to share my slide and then I'll start taking you through the slide for us to understand this thing. If you have any question, you can just drop it in the chat box. We have some people moderating that will take the questions and send it to me, and I'll be glad to answer them as I'm talking. All right, so I'm sharing my screen now. Okay, I hope you can all see my slide.
Yes, of
So,
course.
so it's a nice design. It's a nice slide. So you should know the amount of time that was put into planning this thing for free. Yes. So it's free, but I want you to see the value in it. I want you to see what we want to offer and make sure you grab it. Yeah. So it's women in trading, unleashing the power of women in forex trading, because when I was in Ghana, I realized that most women are afraid of the forex trading market, and some have not even heard of it. Some heard of it but don't have the motivation to try it. Out there, I saw a lot of women trading, and I was like, well, Franklin Kelly, I think we should train some females in this thing. And they agreed, and then we started this thing. So that's the reason, that's the drive. What caused us to do it is because I saw a lot of women out there doing it. Whilst in my own area, women are afraid of it or have not heard of it. So once again, you are welcome. So now, what is forex trading? So we have to understand the basis of forex trading for us to know the word forex is not gambling or scamming somebody. Okay, so the word forex is actually FOR, standing for foreign, and then EX, standing for exchange. So the full name is basically foreign exchange. So we are actually trying to trade in the foreign exchange market. So you're going to understand why the foreign exchange market as we go on. So before we begin, I put an introduction here. So those of you who have traveled before, when you want to travel, after getting your visa and all that, you are told to change some money. So let's say you are traveling from Ghana to Germany. After getting your visa, you'll be allowed to change some of your Ghana cedis into euro, because in Germany they don't spend Ghana cedi there, they spend euro. So for you to change that, there should be forex happening for that to happen, because you are actually changing from one currency to another. You are changing from the Ghana cedi that you are having into the euro that you'll be using in Germany. So previously at the airport, there are booths that are there that you go there to change your Ghana cedi. Now, one Ghana cedi, 1 euro is around 13 Ghana cedi. So before you leave Ghana, you have to change all your Ghana cedis to your euros. And that's happened in the foreign exchange market. Okay. So that's basically it. And if you are traveling back from Germany to Ghana, we don't spend euros in Ghana. So you have to do the same by changing your euros to Ghana cedi when you reach Germany. When you reach Ghana, sorry. So that's basically the majority of the things that happen in the foreign exchange market, where most people are changing currencies for different currencies. When you go to the airport, you see the traffic there. People are traveling in, people are traveling out, and all those people that are traveling in, traveling out need to change their currencies for different currencies, because you can't use your currency at the country that you are going to. You have to change it. So every day there is forex trading happening. There is forex happening every single day. Now, it's very important that anytime you are traveling, uh, the exchange that actually happened is not just an exchange. You're actually buying something and selling something. An example, when you are leaving Ghana to the US, we spend Ghana cedi in Ghana. We don't spend Ghana cedi in USA. In USA, we spend the US dollar. So if you are leaving Ghana to the USA, when you reach Kotoka, you need to change your Ghana cedi to what? The United States dollar. How do you change it? You have to buy the US dollar. So one US dollar is now 12 cedis. So when you're at Kotoka and you need 10 US dollars, you need to now go and use your Ghana cedi to go and buy the US dollar. So they give you 10 US dollar and then you pay what? 120 cedis. That's forex trading. It happens all the time when you are traveling out of your country into a different country. Now, what makes what we are doing very different is that you are not going to be at the Kotoka. Those of you who have traveled to Togo before, you realize that at the border, there are people seated there changing the Ghana cedi to the CFA. Yes. So there are individuals seated there. They tell you their rate, then you either buy it or you refuse. It's the same thing, but here we are doing it virtually. We are doing it on the internet because things have changed over the years. You no longer see booths at the airport. You can just use your Visa card that you are having from Ghana, travel to the US, go and withdraw your money in the US. So that thing that happened before your money was able to change from Ghana cedi to the US dollar before coming out from the US dollar ATM is what we are focusing on here. So we are the people who are actually selling or buying the currencies for them, but they can't see us because things have changed over the years. Now, with the foreign exchange market, is the biggest market in the world, is the largest market in the world, is the huge market in the whole world. So imagine trading with the big people in the world, trading with uh, the whole world. The reason why you are in school is to make money. The people who exchange or manipulate the prices of your money are in the forex trading market. The reason why one Ghana cedi is now no money in dollar is because somebody have changed it somewhere, somebody have manipulated it. Previously, around September, one CD, 6 cedis was $1. Now, $1 is 12 cedis. How did that change? Meaning that if you are earning 20 cedis before and you are earning 20 cedis now, your money have depreciated by 50%. So you have become poor 50% in Ghana and you have become rich 50% if you are living in the USA and you are a Ghanaian trying to build something in Ghana, if I'm making sense. So in the foreign exchange market, every day there is $7 trillion that is there. So there is $7 trillion that is inputted into that market every single day. So which means that 7 trillion exchanges happen every day. There are people exchanging pound for dollar, Japanese yen for dollar, euro for Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar for Ghana cedi. A lot of things happen, and the statistics says 7 trillion is in that market every single day, which is very huge. It's big. Okay. Now, so this is an average of different markets in the world. So the average is that this statistics is 2010. Okay, so when you compare the statistics from 2010 even, foreign exchange is 3.9, which is far huge compared to the stock market. We are not looking at stocks today, we are looking at currencies. So my focus is going to be on the currencies, but this thing have changed to 7 trillion now, which I'm thinking is now over 10 trillion because during COVID, the US economy has cut a lot of currencies into the system that have increased the number to 7 or 10 trillion, depending on what happened during that time. So the forex exchange market is very simple. It's just a change of different currencies into another currency. So you are actually selling a currency that is weak to go and sorry, let me explain this one clearly for you to understand. I want to take it step by step. So an example, I don't know if you have ever asked yourself, how do banks make money? Then go and put your money in the bank. You are saving money. You want to put money, all your life savings, you have been putting it in the bank. How do the bank make money to pay its customers? I don't know if you have asked yourself before, but there are several ways they do that. One is through lending. So the bank lends your money to other people and take profit or interest on your money that have been lended to the people. Secondly, the bank trade in the foreign exchange market. So they gather all your money and put it in forex trading. So banks actually trade forex with your money. Now, how do they trade it? So this is how it works, and you have to be critical here. So let's say I'm having 10,000 Ghana cedis, and today is November 25th. I'm having 10,000 Ghana cedis, and then I read that Ghana government is fooling again, or they are saying unnecessary stupid things again. And when they are saying that, then I predicted that now $1 will move to 20 cedis by February. So what I can do is that my Ghana cedi that I'm having, I'm going to sell it to go and buy the dollar, because I know that in February the dollar is going to move to 20 cedis. I don't know if I'm making sense, which means that now that is 12 cedis, I'm going to buy a lot down, and then when it moves to 20 cedis, I'll sell it to Ghana cedi, so I'll make more money. It's 12 cedis, so I'll buy it now. When it's 20 cedis, I'll sell it and get Ghana, so I'll get more cedis. Please, do you understand?
All right. So please, if you have any confusion on anything, just feel free to put it in the chat and we will be able to attend to that. Thank you.
Yeah. So you have Ghana cedis, and Ghana cedis is 12 cedis now, and you have predicted that it will go to 20 cedis. Then you go and sell your Ghana cedi to buy the dollar, which is 12 cedis now, with the mindset that in February it will move to 20 cedis. When it moves to 20 cedis, you sell it to your Ghana cedi, so you will get more Ghana cedis. So that's it. Then maybe now you have more Ghana cedis and another currency is low. Another currency is low, so you go and buy that low currency with the mindset that it will increase again. Then you go and sell it for another currency that is low. So you buy low currencies, and when the price increase, you sell it to go and buy another low currency. When the price increase, you sell it, you buy another low currency. So you are actually buying low currencies and selling them whenever their price appreciates or increase. What is traded? I've already mentioned that we are trading money. The answer is money, because you are not buying anything physical. This kind of trading can be confusing because you are not buying physical anything. You are actually just changing or buying weaker currencies and selling them for expensive when they become expensive. So think of buying a currency as buying a shares in a particular country, just like buying stocks of a company. The price of the currency is a direct reflection of what the market thinks about the current and future health of that economy. So the reason for this training is to help you uh, be able to predict. You are able to predict that Ghana cedi is going to move. I don't know if Kelly remembered during our previous class, I think in July, I made mention of the fact that the Ghana cedi is going to move from 7 cities to 12 cities. And I said it's during the class, recorded. Right now we have bypassed 15 and we are now 12.
Yeah.
So how is it predicted? How are we able to predict that movement? That's why you are part of this class. All these things I'm saying are just to give you an information for you to understand. We will get into the real thing as time goes on. So when you buy or say the Japanese yen, you are basically buying a share in Japan economy. So when you decide to go and buy Japanese yen, you should take it as if you are buying a table in Japan that you want to sell later, or you are buying a computer in Japan, you want to sell it later. So you are betting that the Japanese economy is doing well and will even get better as time goes on. So I went to buy Japanese yen with the mindset that next year the Japanese yen will increase again, so that I will sell it. You know, $1,000 was 4,000 cedis in 2016. Today, $1,000 is hot. It's 12,000. How did it change? It's the same $1,000 that you were spending in 2014, 2016, but today $1,000 is hot, 12,000. Who increased it? Who is the person who when is increasing things? When you are not happy with Ghana cedi, you increase it. When you are happy with dollar, you decrease it. No, it is the market participants. It's individuals like us in the forex exchange markets, understanding the policies of different countries and trying to evaluate to see that what they are doing is bad. So their currency goes down. So once you sell those shares back to the market, hopefully you will end up with a profit. So if you buy Japanese yen and hopefully the money appreciates and you sell it, you get profit. But if you buy it and the money depreciates, you will lose. So I'm not here to entice you that forex, there is no lose. No, you can lose. You can lose that in the sense that if you decide to go and buy dollars now and keep in Ghana with the hope that, oh, okay, Nana Akufo-Addo is going to change things in the next 1 year. And unfortunately, it did not happen that way. $1 is now 17 cedis. You have lost because your money has depreciated. So in general, the exchange rate of currencies versus other currencies is a reflection of the condition of the country's economy compared to other countries' economies. So you are a dietitian in Ghana, they pay you a particular amount. You are a dietitian in Germany, they pay you a different amount. How does that happen? We all went to the same university, we all had the same degree, but they pay us different currencies. And when you exchange your currency into my currency, it's either they are not paying you at all, or if I also exchange mine into your currency, it's like I'm paid like 10 billion. But in my country, it's chicken change. I don't know if I'm making sense there as well. So in general, the exchange rate of a currency versus other currency reflects what? The economy. So these are some symbols that we'll be using during our conversations. So if you are here, you start speaking an international language, You're not the Ghana city, one city and things. No. You have to start looking at yourself different. Start thinking that you are a manager of different foreign currencies. Okay. So the US dollar, we call it USD. Then the euro, we call it euro, EUR. So that's used by all the European countries. And then Japan, their currency, we call it JPY or Japanese yen. No. Then GBP is Great Britain pound. Then CHF, we have Switzerland, Swiss franc or Switzerland their money. Then CAD or CAD, we call it, that's for Canadian dollar. And then we have AUD, that's Australian dollar or Aussie. And then we have NZD, which is New Zealand dollar or Kiwi. So you'll be hearing, when I'm talking, you'll be hearing some of these currencies. So Ghana cedi is GHS. At a point, I'll show you Ghana cedi as well. Okay. So currency symbols always have 3 letters, where the first 2 letters identify the name of the currency, and the third letter identify the name of that currency, that country's currency. So take NZD, stands for New Zealand, then the D is the dollar. So New Zealand, they spend dollars, so it's New Zealand dollar. So easy, it was very easy. So NZ stands for New Zealand, and D stands for dollar. The currencies included in the chart I've shown you are major currencies because they are the most widely traded ones. We would also look to let you know the bulk isn't the only nickname for the US dollar. We have different nicknames for the US dollar, but I'll not be using them. I'll still be using the US dollar. Now, did you also know that Peru is a nickname for US dollar? So all those names are nicknames, so I'm not interested in that. So forex trading is the simultaneous buying of one currency and selling of another. So forex trading only occurs when there are 2 currencies involved, when you are buying one and you are selling the other. Currencies are traded through a broker or a dealer and are traded in pairs. So where you be trading all these things, or where you put your money, where you go and say that I want to buy dollar, I want to buy pound, I want to buy euro. It's not a foreign bureau. The bureau people also do what we are doing. So you actually go to a broker. What the broker does is he's an intermediate between you, the person who is buying, and then the interbanking system, the whole world where money is controlled. So you are there, then there is an intermediate, then there is where the money is controlled. So you are the intermediate between what? The interbanking system and you, the person who is buying. In advanced countries, you can actually go to their banks and go and tell them that you want to buy dollar, or you want to buy pound, or you want to buy euro, and they are going to do that for you. And that only happens in advanced countries. But in our country, Ghana, it's not very possible. So you actually need to get a broker. We will talk about having a broker soon, where each and every one of us need to have one. I'll recommend one, and there are people in the group that will help with how to register for one, how to get your broker secured, because you are going to keep a lot of money there. If you become successful, you have $70,000 in your broker account. That broker account should be very secured, so it's a very important something. Now, so you should think about the currency trading as a tug of war between 2 currencies. So if I'm looking at Euro USD, so Euro at one side, USD at the other side. If it is going up, it means Euro is stronger than the USD. If it is going down, it means USD is stronger than the Euro. So let's say these 2 people, Euro is this nigga, the one at the left, and USD is the guy at the right. So if he wins, if he pulls the rope to the left, it means Euro is stronger than the dollar. If he pulls the rope to the right, it means dollar is stronger than the Euro. So if you think Euro will be stronger than the dollar, what do? You have more of the Euro, so that when it increases, you what? Sell it. How do you make money in Forex market? In the Forex market, you buy or sell currencies. The object of forex trading is to exchange one currency for another in the expectation that the price will change, so that the currency you bought will increase in value compared to the one you sold. So if I'm having Ghana cedi and I decide to sell my Ghana cedi to go and buy a lot of dollar, I will have the mindset that $1 should move to 20 cedis, so that if I change my money back to Ghana cedi, if I bought $1 right now, which is 12 cedi, in January, I'm expecting that it should be 20 cedis. So if in January it is actually 20 cedis, if I change my dollar to Ghana cedi, I'll have 20 cedis. But previously, I bought it with what, 12 cedis, so I'll make money. So this is an example here. So let's say you are trading Euro US dollar, and then you purchase 10,000 euros for the Euro US. Maybe you are traveling, so you decide to go and buy dollar with your euros. So you decide to buy 10,000 dollar. You use 10,000 euros to go and buy dollar. Then they told you that the exchange rate is, when you want to buy when you want to get €1, you need $1.1800 to get €1. So when you do that, you are going to be getting $11,800 for your 10,000 euros. Okay. Now, after 2 weeks, you decide to exchange your 10,000 euro back to dollar at an exchange rate of 1.25. So the rates have increased. So when you change it back, you are going to be changing 12,500 for 11,000. So when you do that calculation, you make a profit of $700. So out of your exchange, you have made a profit of $700. Quick, very quick and sharp. You know, an exchange rate is simply the ratio of one currency value against another currency. For an example, USD GHS is what, 12 cedis. When you are changing $1 to Ghana cedi, is 12 cedis. So it's just a ratio between one currency and another. Currencies are always quoted in pairs, such as GBP USD. So pound at one side and dollar at the other side. We have USD JPY, that's US dollar against the Japanese yen. And the reason they are quoted in pairs is because in foreign exchange transaction, you are simultaneously buying one currency and selling another. Here is an example of a foreign exchange rate for the British pound versus the US dollar. So this is it. We have one which is the base currency, and the other one is the quote currency. So you are actually using the base currency to buy the quote currency. So if you want £1, if you want pound, like if you are bringing £1 and you want dollar, they will give you $1.51258. Anytime you give the person £1, they will give you $1.51258, which means that the pound is higher than dollar. The first listed currency to the left of the slash is known as the base currency. In this example, British pound, while the second one in the right is called the counter or quote currency, in this case, the US dollar. When buying, the exchange rate tells you how much you have to pay in units of the quote currency to buy 1 unit of the base currency. So how much of dollar do you need to pay to get 1 of the pound? You need $1.51258 to get £1. The same way, when I bring it to Ghana cedi, how much Ghana cedi do you need to get $1? You need 12 Ghana cedis to get $1. When selling, the exchange rate tells you how many units of the quote currency. So the base currency is the basis for the buying or the selling. If you buy Euro USD, this simply means that you are buying the base currency and simultaneously selling the quote currency. In Kaufman talk, buy euro, sell dollar. So you are buying euro and you are selling dollar. That's what happens when you are buying euro US dollar. Okay, it's a lot of information, but when we get into the main trading, we will understand what all these things means. Okay, you would buy the pair if you believe the base currency will appreciate or gain value relative to the quote currency. You will sell the pair if you think the base currency will depreciate relative to the quote currency. First, you should determine whether you want to buy or sell. That's before you even start trading. You should know whether you are buying or you are selling. If you want to buy, which actually means buying the quote currency and buying the base currency and selling the quote currency, you want the base currency to rise in value, and then you would sell it back at a higher price, which I used Ghana Cedi to explain previously. In trader stock, this is called going long. So when I say I'm going long on euro US dollar, it means I'm buying euro US dollar. And then we have shorting. When I say I'm shorting euro US dollar, it means I'm selling euro US dollar. So you'll be hearing things like long, short, buy, sell. Okay, it's very simple. So is something like this on your chart when we start looking at the chart. So this one is called the bid price. This one is called the base price. So you know the broker that we spoke about also need to make some money. So the broker will give you a price. So they are getting it from the interbanking system and they are selling it to you. So you can look at this one. This one is what 15165 and this one is 15166. So the broker will make 0 point something, 0.11. And the difference between that is called a spread. Okay. I don't want to confuse you a lot. So when to make money, so in the example, the euro and the euro is the base currency, and that's the basis for the buying or selling. If you believe that the US economy will continue to weaken, which is bad for the US dollar, you would execute a buy euro USD order. By doing so, you have bought euros in the expectation that they will rise versus the dollar. Okay. So we already know that the dollar economy will be weak. So you use your euros to buy plenty of the dollar so that when it gets expensive, sorry, right now the dollar is weak. So you are buying plenty dollar so that when the dollar gets expensive, you sell it. If you believe that the US economy is strong and the euro is weak, the US economy is very strong and the euro is weak, what will you do? You would use the strong dollar that you are having to go and buy plenty of the weak euros so that when the euros increase, you will go and sell your euro that you are having into dollar to make more money. So it's the same with JPY. So the currency pair listed below are considered the major. These pairs all contain the US dollar. So any major currency contain US dollar in it. On the other side, the most frequently traded, the majors are the most liquid and widely traded currencies in the world. Anything, when you go to AliExpress, you want to buy something, US dollar. When you go to Alibaba, eBay, when you want to buy something, you'll be charging US dollar, even though you are in Ghana City. Then you put your card. By the time you put your card number, the money got deducted from your account. The money was not deducted as cedis, it was deducted as dollars. Then we have others that we call cross currencies when euro against JPY, Ghana Cedi against something. So euro CHF, euro versus New Zealand, Switzerland, sorry, euro pound, euro versus UK, euro card, euro versus Canadian dollar, and there are a lot. So this JPY, euro versus JPY, pound JPY, card JPY. Then we have pound Swiss, GBP, AUD, GBP CAD, GBP NZD, AUD CHF. So all these are currency. Then we have exotic pairs. Exotic pairs are currencies that their economy are now trying to improve. Okay, and then we have something like Brazil economy, Mexico, we have South Africa. In Africa, the only economy that we can say that is doing well is South African economy. So you see South African currency in this thing. So this is it, US dollar against the South Africa ZAR. But Ghana city is not here because our economy is not very good. So demonstrated currency, we have dollar because dollar is a reserve currency. Anything that you want to do, you need dollar. When you want to price your cocoa in the global market, you have to price it in dollar. So that makes dollar most tradable currency. Followed by euro because a lot of countries are in the eurozone. France, Germany, plenty, Serbia, all of them are eurozone. You have probably noticed how often we keep US dollar. If the US dollar is 1/2 of currency pair and the major comprise of 75% of all trades, then it is a must to pay attention to the dollar because the dollar is king, man. So dollar contains 62%. So in the whole world, 62% is like dollar. So why is the dollar the king? In fact, according to the International Monetary Fund, the US dollar comprises almost 62% of the world official foreign exchange reserve because almost every investor, businesses, and central banks own it. They pay attention to the US dollar. So everybody look at the US dollar. We are in Ghana, we are suffering now. They say it's the dollar that is weakening. You go to buy tomatoes in the market. They say the dollar has increased. Oh, you want to buy shoe. Hey, the shoe, no, the dollar have increased. Oh, but you are in Ghana. Everybody is saying the dollar have increased. You want to buy fish too. They say the dollar have increased. So everybody associates with the dollar. The United States has the largest and the most liquid financial market in the world. The United States have a super stable political system, not like Ghana's political system. This political system, you can't come and deceive the citizens and go scot-free. Whatever you say will go against the economy, so you don't come and lie. You have to say facts, what you can do and what you cannot do. That's for developed countries. But a country like ours, you can actually deceive the people and win. Yes, you can deceive them and win, and nothing will happen to you. The United States is the world's sole military superpower. Yeah, you know, Israel and the Palestinians that are fighting, US can actually order. It's not their country, but they have a say. They can tell you that ceasefire and all that. But the US dollar is the medium of exchange. For example, oil. When you have oil in your country, you can't sell it in your own currency. You have to sell it in dollar. So if Mexico wants to buy oil from Saudi Arabia, it can only be bought with US dollar. Have you seen? That's how come they are more developed. So from these few things that I just spoke about, if you are the president of Ghana, you realize that if your cocoa, your gold is being sold in dollar, your economy will still be weak. But if you are selling your cocoa, your gold in Ghana city, and somebody is in the US wanting to buy your cocoa, what the person need to do is the person has to go and search for Ghana city, wherever they will get the Ghana city, buy the Ghana city and come and use it to buy your cocoa. But it's not that way. When the person needs to go and search for Ghana cedi to come and buy your cocoa, what happens is demand for the Ghana cedi will increase and then the price of the Ghana cedi will start going up. But here, like the case, the person can actually decide not to use our Ghana cedi to buy the cocoa, come and buy the cocoa from us with the dollar. We can't spend dollar in our country, so we have to go and change that dollar that the person have given us to Ghana cedi. That gives more demand for the dollar, then your money depreciates. So when you think about it, it's funny and nobody sees it. So we still have the best cocoa in the world. We have the best gold in the world, but we are still poor. That's the reason. The white people have put in a system that can continuously make us poor. So the advantage of the forex trading is that there is no commission. You are your own boss. So no clearing fee. I've never traded and withdrawn and government is telling me that it's charging me before. No. Uh, Where government is getting their money from, I'm also there. Where the banks are, where commercial bank is, I'm also there. So nobody charges nobody. The money you make, you withdraw. If you lose, it's your own concern. Then there is a fixed lot. Okay, so until you close your trade is still actively trading. Then there is low cost of transaction. That's the bit, and the money that the broker earns is very small. That And then it is 24 hours market, which we will get into it later. We will understand so well. No one can corner the market. The market is not for anybody's grandfather. It's not for anybody's grandmother. It's an open market. That's why I don't get it when somebody knows how to trade and you are bragging. The market is not for you. It's like a sea. Nobody owns the sea. It is highly liquidity. Like there is a lot of liquidity there because the prices of different currencies keep changing uh, based on whatever is happening in those countries or economies. So this is the hierarchy. So we have the major banks. So the major bank is where the money is. Then the brokers are there to uh, implement um, your orders. Okay. So now, so there's small banks. So these are the brokers here. Then there are small banks like um, commercial banks, um, other big banks. They are here. And then we have retail market makers, which are also bigger than us. Then we have retail ECN, which are bigger than us. We have hedge fund traders. They are companies that engage in investments like data bank. So they are bigger than us. And then retail traders. So we are the retail. We are the bottom here. Because it's not a lot of people don't trade in Africa. So that makes it that most retail traders are small. Majority of them are giving their money to these people in the blue, the small banks, and they use it to trade to make profit and give you back your own money as you gave it to them. Then we have some type of orders that are being placed in the market. But I want to end today's own at the type of orders because I think I'm overloading you with a lot of information. I want to be sure that where we have reached, you have understood very well the basis of trading. So I'll be pausing here and hoping that you ask all your relevant questions. What you've not understood clearly, we try to understand it because when the basis is not strong, I don't think we have the right to go forward. We will have to understand the basics, know that this thing is not very difficult. The moment you understand the basis of anything, it is very easy. So I want us to pause here at the type of orders and then open the mic for us to ask our questions. So at this point, I'll hand over to Franklin to continue his moderation. And thank you very much.
All right, all right. Thank you very much. I don't know if I should call him JK Market, JK Innovation, JK Academy, or I should call him JK as we usually call him, or Mr. Justice, or Mr. Amagashi. I don't know. But oh, thank you very much, Mr. Justice Kofi Amagashi. And please, the room is open. The chat is also open. If you are shy or you don't want any of us to hear your nice voice, please you can type in the chat or raise up your hand, and then we'll allow you to talk. Yes, just on, or if you like, you can also just unmute yourself and then ask your question. Yes, Victoria, I think you wanted to say something. Victoria, we should be the one asking the questions. Should we be the one asking? Because we can spend almost an hour. Okay, someone asks a question that says, "Thanks for this educative session. I understand how the U.S. Dollar increases, but can you give a practical example of how the US dollar depreciates?" JK.
All right. Can you still hear me?
Yes, 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 I can
Yeah,
hear you.
I actually gave an example here, but I related to Ghana City. That's why you didn't see the uh, the connection. So let me just give you through another area. The US dollar is not connected to any commodity, or they don't have gold, they don't have oil, they don't have bauxite, they don't have anything. US doesn't have anything. So other countries give value to their currency for them because they don't have anything. So the day that everybody will decide that, hey, we are not going to sell anything in US dollar again, we are selling it in our own currency. My cocoa, I'm selling my cocoa in Ghana cedi. I'm selling my gold in Ghana cedi. I'm not selling anything in US dollar. Which means that if they want to buy my cocoa, they have to go and change their dollar into my cedi. That make my cedi, the demand for my cedi will go up. And when demand goes up, price goes up. The moment the demand for the kenke is high, we can increase the price of kenke to 7 cedis and people will still buy it because the demand has increased. So as demand is increasing, the cedi will start appreciating against the dollar or any currency that implements something like that. It happened with Russia. When Ukraine and Russia started the war, US put a lot of sanctions on Russia. So what Russia did was Russia supplies the US with wheat, bread, and oil. So they decided that we are no longer selling our wheat, our bread, our oil in US dollar. If you want to buy it, you buy it with the Russia repo. Now, even though you put sanction on me, you need oil. Majority of their food is bread and wheat. You need my wheat. So you put sanction on me, you want to buy something from me, you change your money into my currency, and I've increased the demand of my currency. So there is no effect. Russia is still fighting the fight. So if every country will put in strategies that will prevent them from changing their currency, making the US dollar a universal currency, that even AliExpress, US dollar. In our own country, people are selling houses in US dollar, things would have changed. So that's a practical example of how the US dollar can become weak, or some countries decide to cause commotion and say from today US dollar is no longer a reserve currency. That will make the dollar depreciate against all major currencies. But for exotic currencies like Ghana cedi, it's actually dependent on our government and how well they manage our economy. An example, Ireland, they are talking about 24 hours economy, and somebody is talking about chop bars are open for 24 hours. That's like anybody that understand economy will be sad, because this is a vice president who is still a vice president. So the moment the comments come from him that 24-hour economy means chop bars open, taxi drivers are still driving 24 hours, which is already happening in the country already. The global markets understand that this vice president, who is the economic manager of the country, doesn't understand what he's talking about, and then quickly it will start affecting the currency. So that's how this whole thing is all about.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Justice, for the clarification. Madam Victoria, that's if I pronounce it well. Sorry. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
want to
Precious.
ask if I've helped the Victoria, if
Okay.
she can put it. in the chat box if I've helped her.
Okay, so Vicky, let us know. Yes, Precious, please go ahead and ask your question.
Please, Mr. Justice, thank you so much. I wanted to find out, in your when you were teaching us, you made mention that, in case maybe the CDs, because the CDs is of less demand, or let's say now one CD means nothing, and so if you want to buy something, I mean, if you are buying something from over there, you have to change more of that into their currency in order to get what you can gain over here for one CD.
Yeah.
And so, and then you told us that forex trading is all about buying these currencies that you can predict that will be of high demand or will go high. How are such predictions made?
Okay. So that's the whole essence of the training, which I've mentioned to you that I'm not going to leave you on the way. It's going to take us some time. Franklin was given an introduction. He said he started with us for 3 years now. So it's not a one day something that I'll tell you everything that you need to know about the prediction. And I'm happy that everyone that have attended will be successful, which means that I have to take my time to help everybody pick up and move at that pace. So for the prediction, it's in 3 forms. We have sentiments. That's how people are thinking in the country. For example, one of the reasons that Ghana city became weak was because of the citizens in the country. The citizens in the country are complaining. So they are complaining, things are hard, oh, things are hard. Hey, now things are hard. They've done demonstrations. So the global economy will be watching us, which means that consumer confidence is very low in our country. People are saying that things are hard. So what will happen is that the investors that are outside Ghana that usually invest in Ghana will be like, nah, these people, the consumers are complaining here. There is no need for me to bring money to go and invest in this economy. I'm not coming. So that scares away investors. And then by the time you realize the economy starts dropping. So that's what sentiments. 2, we have fundamentals. Fundamentals are I heard someone saying that if the fundamentals are weak, what?
Weak.
How did he finish? He said if the
if
fundamentals,
if your fundamentals are weak, the
foreign exchange will expose you or
will
something.
expose you. Yes, yes.
Yes. So if your fundamentals are weak, the foreign exchange will expose you. So if you come and put a fundamental like free SHS, you don't know how to fund it. You say free SHS. Something is free, which means that it's free, like you are just giving free. There is nothing to support it. All the time you pay the teachers, you pay everybody, but there is nothing bringing you money. It's a weak fundamental because you've not had something to support the free SHS, but you are doing it. So that fundamental is weak. It will affect our currency. That's how do we call it? We call that one the fundamental. Yeah, let me mention it like that. COVID, you said COVID have break the economy. COVID have done this thing, but as if COVID was happening in only Ghana. So that's how all other, you say Russia and Ukraine war, but we are feeling the war in circle than even Russia. The war was actually in Accra circle than Russia. So all those things are fundamentals. And then there is another last one called technical analysis. Technical analysis is all about drawing some foolish things that we will look at later. You are just trying to draw some nonsense things that the currencies actually respect, and then you will be good to predict. But you should have a lot of evidence to give you confidence in predicting whether this thing will go up or it will go down. There are times that your prediction will go down, like it won't go according to your prediction, but at least majority of your predictions should be hot in the right direction, and that's what we all aim at achieving. Forex trading is like driving. If you have ever driven here in this group, doing your driving lessons or when you are doing your driver's license. You've attended about 10 classes or 11 classes. After that, you have to learn the rest for yourself. When you go on the street, somebody do some mistake, then you say, last week I encountered this mistake. This is how I overcome it. So it's the same. So you'll be encountering a lot of challenges. You'll be encountering a lot of setbacks, but we have a group. People might have already encountered those things. So you don't have to go through to gain experience. Just listen to those who have already experienced it and then use that. Anyway, as human beings, we don't like it that way. We don't like people to experience and tell us. We want to experience it. They say broken heart is alive. Oh, no, let me experience how it feels for me to know that there is something called broken heart. But then just listen to whatever will be said in the groups. There are people who have encountered a lot of things during their training journey, and then you learn from them how to predict. But I can assure you that by the end of this whole thing that we are doing, you'll be able to predict some few things. Your spending will change, your mindset will change, how you think about money will change. You're no longer chasing money as you do, because money is just a figure. The money you have in your account can change you to become rich in just one night. Somebody can just say something, and that money you are having in your account can just change. It's a figure. Yeah, so that's it.
All right, all right. Well, I said earlier that we will be having someone to give us a little bit experience or a talk, what maybe he has benefited from this. But Marie Stella asked a question. Oh, and she just left the meeting. Uh, and yes, so before I read Marie Stella's question, someone will be thinking that for us, since we are going to predict, is that not gambling? Well, will Mr. JK talk about that for
Uh,
us? And then Maricella's question is, do you please do you need a minimum amount to start trading?
okay,
Wow.
so thanks for the first question is actually very, very important. The reason is that life is also a prediction. Me that I'm sitting here, all this system can blast. They can blast at any time. But as at right now, I've put in certain strategies. I put the laptop on a table, put this one here, so that it will not crash and blow here. Same with Forex. You are predicting, but you are predicting educatively. You are not just predicting. You are not just you didn't just wake up and say dollar will be strong and you just go and no. You did some work. You analyze some things. You've done some homework to be able to give you an edge. So out of 100%, you have 70% conviction that dollar will be strong based on the things that you've done, based on your calculation. You've done 1 2 3 and you realize that, oh, based on this 1 2 3 that I've done, this currency will be strong. The same happen in the hospital. You are a medical doctor, you see a patient, you say, I've given this drug 1 2 3 4 5. Based on those drugs that I've given, my patient should get well. But there are times you give those drugs and your patient will still not get well. So it's still prediction. You've done all you have to do and your patient is still not well. You don't cry over that one because you've done all you have to do. But supposing you've not done the things that you need to do for this patient and the patient die, you can cry and die because there are things you need to do, you didn't do them. It's the same with Forex. There are things you need to do. You make sure you do them. When you do them and it goes your favor, cool. If you do them and it doesn't go your favor, you don't cry because you've done the things that any other person would have done. What commercial bank would have done, you've done it and it didn't go, which means commercial bank will actually also lose. I think last year, Facebook owner have lost 10 billion in 2 minutes. He has been making plenty billions. But this particular day, the same thing that he has been doing, he has done it and it has gone opposite and he has lost 10 billion in 2 minutes. He didn't die. He's still very rich. so, so it's like that.
Yeah. And he also lost 7 billion, I think early this year or late last year when WhatsApp crashed.
Yeah,
That's the power of money.
he didn't die.
No, he's still alive. And mine was actually Black Friday. actually a Black Friday, not yesterday's Black Friday. It was a Black Friday. I can't forget that Black Friday. Anyway, yeah, Kelly, I know you're smiling. Black
Yeah,
Fridays
it's
are
a
always
Black
my Black
Friday. It was
Friday.
a Black Friday.
It was indeed a Black Friday. That was a lot of money at that time. But then $1 was 6 CDs or so. So
Yeah.
you can imagine if I still have that money, or if Mark were to be having that money in Kenya.
Anyways, Franklin started trading with hot $33.
$33.
So
$33.
I don't know why he want to die.
You know, there are differences when it comes to this. You made a lot of money, you lose
Anyway,
it,
he raised that $33 to about getting closer to $1,000.
thousand
Yeah.
dollars. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Anyway. Okay, so my Stella's question has to do with how much you need. Well, basically,
I've answered the question.
oh, okay. Sorry for that. Yes, yes, you did. All right.
Franklin
So,
started trading with $33, which means it depends on how accurate you are in predicting.
okay. So, any more questions? Anyone want to ask question can raise their hand and talk, or type in the chat. We are
Yeah,
much
the
here.
nice thing is that if you are talking, it will be part of the recording, and if you are listening back, you realize that, oh, I've asked this question and this was the answer, and it will help you during the preparation. And I want to tell you that this thing that you have started, the school you have attended staff no go fit give you the money you can get from here if you should succeed here. I know venture capitalists that have resigned from their work to go and be trading forex. I know bank managers that have resigned from their work to go and be trading forex. And now you, dietitian, and now PA. So put a lot of focus on it. If you are successful here, it can earn you a lot of money. That the things that you need to do in life will be easy for you. You don't think like an African again. You know, Africa, they killed us. I don't know when we will survive again.
Okay. Then the last part, which has to do with a testimony from, well, myself, I'm a testimony, like a living testimony, of course. One of our last year batch for the guys, of course, and Gilbert, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, yes, please, I can hear you.
Okay, that is loud and clear. All right. So, Gilbert, tell us a bit about your experience, and also how much this forest has that you learned last year has impacted your life.
Okay, thank you very much for such a privilege to be on this great platform. Actually, I was happy when I heard the news that this is coming forth again, and I was eager for the day. So, actually, I have been an evangelist for Forex. I've been publishing it everywhere. Actually, last year, God's willing, I was able to join. I was even in school, so I learned it, and then I started practicing the forest. Initially, it wasn't easy because I will make analysis and it will go against me, but I persisted. I saw it that no, my prosperity is here, so I have to continue.
Say my
So I persisted in it, and now by grace and consistency, I can see that I am improving and I am getting some coins over there, and I'm happy. So this class I decided not to miss. Even we have a church meeting now, but I have hid somewhere to join the class because I want to get
Hey,
more.
hey, hey.
Yeah, I want to get more. So I encourage everyone to
Also for
Um,
bad days.
so I want to encourage everyone to take it serious. Even in the beginning, it may be difficult because in the beginning you may not know what to do, but when you continue, you'll be familiar with it, and I can assure you, you will never regret for learning this. I can assure you. So thanks to JK and everyone who engaged this program. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and thank you too very much, Mr. Gilbert. Like you said, consistency in Ghana we lack that. Nigerians are so good when it comes to consistency. Um, Despite you may not be able to meet the criteria at the time, and the audience or the what you are doing needs to empower you, but you need to empower yourself. Being a programmer, I need to empower myself. Being a developer, I need to empower myself. And if you know the future of what you are doing, and if you don't know, ladies in trading uh, have more
Patience.
success rates
Yes.
and patience than um, men. A lot of ladies, when you go on YouTube and you search on ladies in Forex or ladies in tech, in fact, generally, ladies in tech and Forex, they are more successful than men. If you take the number of ladies, let's say 100 ladies in Forex trading and then 100 men in Forex trading, you realize that the ladies are more successful. Like the trader Kira on Twitter, there are a lot of them in Ghana, but they're also doing DS. And I'm very happy JK Markets and JK Innovation and JK Academy decided to bring it on board, and much happy because we have partnered with UHAS Women Commission. If WUCOM, we normally say WUCOM. So I'm very happy UHAS WUCOM also join us in this. We actually partnered with labor law and other partners. I'm really happy. Three Lines Media for our designs and everything. Kelly behind that, I'm much grateful for that. And all those who share the link, well, we have some surprises for you that will be coming. When we start trading, there are some free things we'll be giving out. You yourself, you will get to understand that when you are trading, those things are not going to be free, or those things are not free. But when you give it to you, you see the value of it when it comes to the trading. You need these things to use to shorten the things that it will take you an hour to do. These things can help you make your analysis that we're talking about easy. Okay, so a lot have been said, and I don't know if anyone have any more questions. So
I have
please,
something to say.
yes, please.
All right. So I just want to show some few things for you to know the value you are having.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So this actually my first paid class. I was learning Forex by myself, but this is my first paid class, and it was $3,250. That's I don't know. You can calculate it. And this a young boy, 2021. No, it was 2017 or so. Okay. Now let's look at how I've progressed. You can actually do you can progress academically in Forex as well. It's not because it's actually an analysis. You are actually studying different currencies. So let's look at this side too. What I've done as far as Forex is concerned. So when we come to my certificates,
Well, he's Kofi Amagashi Justice. You can search him on LinkedIn and then get
yeah.
more insight on that as well. And then follow us on all social media, JK Market, all social media, Twitch, the ones you've never heard before. Even if the day you hear it, go and search for JK Market.
So this is my first official formal education in Forex. Is from Yale University, understanding the global financial market. So I'm not just talking my head here. And then I did something in India School of Business, also about the global financial market. And then I did a third one from University of Geneva. It's also about microeconomics and global financial markets. I did this with in Sub-Saharan Africa. It's more mathematical. It's also about Forex. So I'm not here just to talk to you about something nonsense. Previously, people paid for it. I know people who begged me to pay to learn. I refused. Franklin himself, it's grace that locates. Yes, but at this time, I decide to give value to individuals for free. I understand in our country when things are free, we don't take it serious. I know very well, but I can assure you that when you don't take these things serious, one day you will look back and you'll be surprised that you didn't take it serious. You had the opportunity that you didn't take it serious. If you are here, there is a reason why you are here. I'm not ordinary as well. So if you are here, if I introduce something, I'm doing a program and you find yourself here, it's not an accident that you are here. There is a reason why you should be here. About 200 people registered for the program and you find yourself here means that there is a reason why you have the desire, you have the uh, you have the zeal. Don't let it die down. Keep being motivated. Communicate on the chat. Nobody will give you your money. Oh. That WhatsApp group, nobody paid for it. Nobody holds your breath. Nobody. Your future is in your own hands. So you can decide to talk there. You can decide to ask questions there, or you keep quiet. When you keep quiet, one day when we meet again, it won't be Forex class. It will be let's meet together in Germany and have a wine together. And then you are not there. You can't even get visa to Germany. Then you realize that you missed something very important when you were younger.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Justice. And well, somebody wanted to know if there will be certificate. Well, I told the person who will look into that if possible, because Jake Innovation is actually a registered company to actually do all these things. So we'll try our very best to see if we can
But
get.
what will you use the certificate for?
Well, maybe the person wants to do that. I've learned forex and then good in it. Anyway, and then Precious says that the guys want to change it to men in trading. Yes, in fact, there was a tag of war we actually had when we said it in
I
the
want
main
to take
group.
our class. Oh.
Yes, they are actually they want to join, and we are doing our very best. I know some couple of them are here. They are doing our very best to filtrate that so that only men can have women can have access to this. On the main page that we have, you can see that there are a lot of them saying that why can't they register? Why? In fact, those who registered, you see men also inside. Yes, for sure they'll be here, and I know some of them are here. But we will try our very best. And like I said, let's take this very serious. Boys want to join, but this is for the girls. This is for the women. Okay, whether old, young, as far as you want to do this, just keep it and be consistent. That is the word. Be consistent. All right. Yeah, Mr. Kelly and Beatrice wanted to say something. Yes, Beatrice.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good
Good evening.
evening.
Um, I'm Beatrice as usual.
Yes, of course.
That will come to be
Yes,
precise.
yes, yes.
It's
If I
just
were,
that
uh-huh.
I couldn't contribute earlier because I was having challenges. I don't know whether you realize I was going on and off,
On and off, of
but
course.
I would like to appreciate this very much. And also, I would say I invited some of the guys, so we shouldn't complain much. Yes, they always say we are biased, but I think it shouldn't be that way. So I invited some of the guys here, so we shouldn't fight with them on this. Sharing is
All
caring,
right.
so I think we should tolerate them for this while.
Okay. All right. And thank you very much.
By the time we see boys will change their name and be using girl names here.
Yeah. So imagine me being called what's it?
MFA.
Abigail. Abigail. Anyway. Anyway, thank you very much, Madam Beatrice, for also partnering with JK Market for this particular class. Like I said, the recording will be available on the website. So when it's ready, we'll I'll let you guys to have access. We watch them. Any last thing to say, Mr. JK, Mr. Kelly?
All right, I would just say that keep the be motivated, and nobody is paid to motivate you, so you have to learn to be self-motivated. Um, I've been self-motivated myself. I've achieved a lot at my age. If you know my age and where I've reached, you realize that I've put in a lot of work. Um, I was not lazy. Don't be lazy. Just do what you have to do. Know what is very important. Prioritize very well. Differentiate between important and urgent things. This will not happen all the time. This will not happen every day. So try to prioritize well. Make your time well. Be successful in every other thing that you are doing, and make sure you are successful here as well. Don't uh, be successful in one and miss the other one. Just plan your times very well. Make sure you are present from the beginning of every class. Ask important questions, have answers, and then at the end of the day, one day we will meet together, and then we will say that is this they just organized some free class and I joined you, and that have changed everything for me. So I wish you all the best, and I will see you again tomorrow where we continue with where we have stopped.
All right, all right, all right. So tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. Like I said, we don't want to be late, so we start 4 5 if you are late, just to make sure people join, and then after an hour to two, then we end up. But if the class is interesting, we'll continue more than 2 hours. Yes, but
Sometimes there are some calculation and all that that will require that we use more time. So
yes, please. Yes. All right. Thank you all for today's class. We are much grateful. See you tomorrow. I'm using
Thank
that.
you, Justice.
Down.gh.com. Stuck in a maze, looking for the wrong one again. Because I'm searching again. Even though I fuck with your waist, even though your body they craze, no be for me, maybe I'm unlucky again. Come, my love. Oh, another one for Monica. I'ma just for my dealer, my dealer. My dealer. Oh, another one for Monica. I'ma just for my dealer, my dealer.
Kekeli, Kekeli,
Right? And they come, and they come, JK.
Emmanuel Kelly, Kekeli. Franklin Kelly's not on the call.
Yeah, Barbara, you
Franklin,
see something? Yeah. Hello, Babs.